Okay, here's the scary story in English is The Haunted House in October Gardens. The sun was just beginning to set, painting the October garden sky a deep orange. When Ahmed arrived at the old house, it stood alone at the end of a dark street, surrounded by dense cypress trees that cast eerie shadows on its crumbling walls. Ahmed had bought it for a steal, despite the neighbors' warnings about its reputation as a haunted house. He believed it was all just superstition. He was a young, ambitious engineer who only believed in science and logic. Ahmed entered the house, and the smell of dust and decay filled his lungs. The windows were partially broken, and the furniture was covered in pale white sheets. Like frozen ghosts, he decided to start cleaning the next morning and went to one of the less damaged rooms to spend his first night. After midnight, Ahmed woke to a strange sound. It was like a whisper coming from the hallway. At first, he thought it was the wind, but the whisper began to clear, sounding like unintelligible words mixed with faint moans. A shiver ran down his spine. He didn't believe in ghosts, but this sound was real and terrifying. Ahmed slowly got out of bed and crept towards the door. The whispering suddenly stopped, replaced by the sound of slow, heavy footsteps, as if someone was dragging their feet across the wooden floor. The footsteps drew closer, and Ahmed felt a strange chill penetrate the room, like a wave of frost passing through his body. Ahmed's blood froze in his veins when he saw something move from under the door. It was the shadow of a slender, pale hand appearing and then disappearing, as if trying to grasp something. Ahmed quickly backed away, his heart pounding violently. This wasn't just an illusion. Something was in the hallway. In the next moment, the doorknob rattled. Slowly, very slowly, the door began to open. There was no wind, and no one behind it to open it. It was opening on its own. The door swung wide, revealing pitch blackness in the hallway. But Ahmed felt something in front of him. He couldn't see it, but he felt its presence. Then the sound came, this time closer and clearer, as if a cold breath touched his ear. It was a woman whispering, but her words weren't distinct. They repeated over and over, "You didn't leave, you won't leave, they." At that moment, Ahmed felt an ice-cold hand touch his ankle. Ahmed screamed in pure terror and fell to the floor. He tried to crawl away, but something was dragging him. He looked down at his ankle and saw a pale, slender hand wrapped around it. Its nails long and crooked, its skin wrinkled like autumn leaves. This hand emerged from the darkness, as if it were part of nothingness. Ahmed struggled free with difficulty and lunged towards the window. He broke it with his desperate hands and jumped out without hesitation, unconcerned about the injuries he sustained. He ran with all his might, screaming and calling for help, until he reached the main street where he found some passers-by who called the police. Ahmed never returned to that house. And to this day, when someone asks him why he sold his new house in October Gardens just one day after buying it, his face changes and he refuses to talk about it.